Hi, Tyler from Interfidelity here. Today we're going to talk about V-Moda's new XS on-ear sealed headphone. This is a $212 headphone, I believe. This is a dandy little headphone. I like it very much. Very nicely designed and very elegant looking. It's available in two color schemes, the white color scheme here and a matte black color scheme that looks similar to this V-Moda M80. This is a really terrific headphone. The headband is extremely durable and well built. V-Moda, one of the things that they do very, very well is the build quality of their headphones. Absolutely first rate. The headband on this headphone is one of the important parts of the redesign of this headphone. As I said, it's quite a lot like this V-Moda M80, which is also a good headphone. But you can see that the arch of the band of the headphone is quite a bit narrower on the XS. And the reason for that is to allow it to touch more of the top of your head. On V-Moda's website, they talk about minding the gap. And what they're talking about is the gap between the headphone and your head. And on the XS, it really doesn't have a gap till it gets to about here on your head, because it fits so closely and conforms to the side of, to the top of your head. And that's good because it distributes the weight across the top of your head very well and helps improve the comfort. And also it allowed V-Moda to sort of reduce the clamping pressure because it's so secure on your head because of the headband. They could reduce the clamping pressure a little bit, which makes them quite a bit lighter headphones than they were in the past. As I said, these are a very well built headphone. One of the aspects of them that shines through, or a number of the aspects, one thing is that they have these aluminum shields, and you can get custom made aluminum shields, different color anodized on these shields, and then an laser etched graphic on there. The cables on V-Moda headphones are also excellent. This one comes with a 54-inch cable, Kevlar reinforced cable, very, very durable. It's got a 45-degree angle jack, which is my preference. It's very narrow and slender, so it can get in past the protective cases of your portable devices. It has an unusual feature in that on the cable, the remote and the mic are in two separate pods. And that's so that when you put the headphones on your head, the microphone is relatively close to your mouth, and the remote pod is at a convenient place to get at with your fingers. So it's very well thought out. And well thought out is a lot of what this headphone is. For example, the headphones have two cable port entries, so you can put the cable on either side. You can put a friend's headphone cable into your headphones and allow them to listen to the same music as you. And then when the headphone plug is not used, V-Moda includes a couple of these little plugs that plug up this hole when not in use. And the reason why that's important is because that hole in that jack provides a little bit of an air leak that can change the character of sound on one of the earpieces when this hole is allowed to be open. So V-Moda provides these plugs to ensure that both earpieces have exactly the same response. V-Moda does a terrific job in matching their driver response. Every time I've ever measured a V-Moda headphone, the response in both ears is very, very similar. So they do a great job in terms of manufacturing quality. The last little physical feature I'll mention on these headphones is its click fold design, and I'll take out the plug here, and that is that this headphone does fold like this to allow it to be more compact for storage, and it comes with a very, very nice, what V-Moda calls their exoskeleton case that looks like this. You put the headphones in and close it up, and it makes a very, very small and convenient package. If you look, here's the M80, it does not fold, and then here's the size of its case, which is also a very nice case, but you can see how much smaller in size this case is for traveling around. So it makes it very convenient for travel and storage. Sound quality wise, this headphone is quite good. I did spend quite a bit of time comparing it to the old M80. I found that it's got a little stronger bass response, and the M80 has a nice sparkle in its highs. It's not really the right way to say it. It's got a nice little snap in the high frequencies that this headphone doesn't quite have. But the M80 rolls off at the top octave above 10 kilohertz, whereas the XS is a little smoother in its transition through the treble. Also, the XS has an extraordinarily smooth response from the mid-range to the treble between 1 and 4 kilohertz. This headphone really falls right in line through that region where most headphones tend to have a dip in that area that causes voices to lose some of their overtones and sound a little bit distant, and these don't do that, have a great tonal balance. Very close to the Harman response curve, in fact. Although it's a little bit bass heavy, I found the mid bass to be a little bit bloomy and a little bit loose sounding, similar to the M80s. And the other sort of issue I had with it is in the high frequencies, they lack a little bit of resolution or articulation, and they kind of make the sh sound more, it's a little hard to describe, but the treble's a little bit fuzzy. Overall, it's a very warm and smooth sounding headphone, and possibly a tad overly so. On the other hand, the competitors to this headphone, the M80 is a little more uneven and has that issue in the treble where it's got that nice little snap to it, although the articulation in the upper treble, the last frequency, top octave, isn't quite as good. When I compared these to, for example, the Sennheiser Momentum on-ear, I found the XS to be more balanced and neutral sounding. The Momentum had a similarly loose and a little bit over-exaggerated mid-bass. When I compared it to the Sennheiser HD25 Aluminum, which is a terrific headphone, it has terrifically tight bass, and it's got a nice little snap up in the treble, so it doesn't sound quite as fuzzy as these do, but the overall balance wasn't quite as neutral and smooth. Similarly, the Beyerdynamic DT1350, at least my copy of it, was a little rolled off up on top and sounded a little dull, whereas these really sounded a bit more neutral. So I really do like these headphones, despite a little bit thick bass and a little bit fuzzy sound. This is a very difficult category of headphone to get really good sounding because it's such a small enclosure that's sealed. Very difficult to make sound good, and V-Moda has done just a top-notch job of making them sound good. And then on top of that, the extraordinary build quality, very good looks, its ability to fold and be very compact in its case, very good comfort, excellent cable accessories. If you want to get a cable with a microphone on it, they have a boom or a boom mic on it. They have a boom mic cable for these. So it's really a terrific headphone all around. I'm going to knock the M80 off the Wall of Fame, which is already there, and put these up on the Wall of Fame because they're certainly worthy. And they certainly did have me rethinking the whole on-ear sealed headphone category on the Wall of Fame, and so I'm probably going to make quite a couple of adjustments at least there in light of these headphones. Not really sure how it's going to come out in the end, except to say that the V-Moda XS will definitely be on the Wall of Fame list for terrific on-ear sealed headphones, and they certainly deserve it. So I hope you get a chance to listen to one soon. Really an excellent headphone, very fun and good looking, and You should give yourself that treat at some point. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.